You live.
Okay. Test this real quick. Test the 1, 2. Test the 1, 2. All right, good. All right. Like, share. Lord, I appreciate it. Like and share.
No time trust.
Shalom. Yahba Shem Yahshua to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Atham by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. This is Tuesday Brotherhood class. Let's clap it up for the Lord. Let's clap it up for the brotherhood and the sisterhood. I'm priest and officer of 50 Paratas out of Yonkers, New York. And this is the Isupk. Started off with 1 West 125th Street under Commander General Yohana. It says 1969. We've been teaching the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are the chosen people of the Bible. They are the chosen people of the Bible. We just finished having our annual barbecue at Marcus Garvey Park, where it was a safe place for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And it was a place that we could show brotherhood and sisterhood. Let's clap it up for that. It was a beautiful event. Our brothers from all over, you know what I'm saying, all over from Texas, Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying, upstate New York, California, and Virginia, and all over to show that brotherhood and show that sisterhood that we have in the Isupk. Now, you know, since we've been, you know, under this oppression, we in the oppression. I know a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They think that they're not under oppression. They think they're not. But you go outside. You go outside in Yonkers. You go outside in Harlem. You go outside in Richmond, Virginia. You go outside in Houston, Texas. You go outside in California, and you will see the oppression. You will see it. You will step over your brothers and sisters that's strung out on drugs. That's strung out, you know what I'm saying? That's gun violence. You know what I'm saying? That's abortions. That, you know what I'm saying? That don't have no jobs and don't know where to go. That's in oppression. That's the press. That's the press. There's a dark cloud over Yonkers right now. There's a dark cloud over Yonkers right now. There's a dark cloud over Harlem, New York, and any place that you see our people, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. You know why? Because we're being punished by the Most High God. We're being punished because we don't want to follow. We don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressors said that this Bible is written to everybody. This Bible. You know what I'm saying? The King James Version, you know what I'm saying this Bible is written to everyone. No, it have not been written to everyone. It have not been written to everybody. And we're going to go into the scriptures. Let me get Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 13. Let me get that Bible show. Come. Because you know what I'm saying? We've been following for the past 500 years. We've been following behind this oppression, this filthy garbage that, you know what I'm saying, this filthy garbage of people.
6 and 13?
Come. We've been following behind these people, and we've been following their mannerisms. We've been following their holidays. We've been following their philosophies. We've been following their laws. We've been following their whoredom. We've been following everything what this oppressor been saying. What this oppressor been saying to us. We've been following. Because we don't know what to do now. We've been crushed. You know what I'm saying? We've been molded. We've been molded, blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. We've been molded to what they want us to be. They call us blacks. They call us You know what I'm saying? African Americans. They call us Negroes. They call us Latinos. They call us Hispanics. They call us Mexicans. They call us Dominicans. They call us Venezuelans. They call us all these words, but who was you before they came to this land? Who was you? Slaki, so if you have that, can you read that, Brother?
This Ecclesiasticus 6:13. Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
Let's read that from the top, Baba Shaw.
Separate thyself from
Say that again. Wait. Say that slow, Baba Shaw.
Separate thyself from
Separate thyself. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Ecclesiasticus. It's telling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who are the chosen people of the Bible, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, to separate thyself. Read.
From thine enemy.
From what?
Thine enemy.
Our oppressor is what?
Thine enemy.
The European is what?
Thine enemy.
The Africans is what?
Thine enemy.
The Chinese is what?
Thine enemy.
Let me see, what other nations that's out there? The East Indians is what?
Thine enemy.
Read on.
And take heed of thy friend.
And take what?
Heed of thy friend.
Blacks and Hispanics are what?
Thy friend.
Hispanics and Native Indians are what?
Thy friend.
Is thy friends. The only friends that we have in this land, the only friend we have on this earth is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's the only friends we have. You know what I'm saying? We cannot be friends with the rapists. You know the history of this country. You know the history of our oppressor. You know the history of the Blanquito. You know him. You know what he did to our people. He called us Hispanic. He called us Dominican. He called us Venezuelans. He called us Cubans. He called us Colombians. He called us Brazilians. That's what he did. But who was us before he called us this? Huh? Who was us? We've been raped and robbed from our identity. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere this European goes, everywhere our oppressor goes, he becomes those people. Now he calling himself American. Now he calling himself South African. Now he calling himself Australian. Now he calling himself, you know what I'm saying? Now he calling himself Nigerian. Now he calling himself African. You know what I'm saying? Now he calling himself Chinese. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. So I guess any place where he conquered, any place where he's born, he gonna call himself that. Because he's a liar. He's a deceiver. Can you read that from the top, Baba Shaw?
Separate thyself from thine enemy.
Go ahead, separate. That's what we need to do. We need to separate ourselves from our enemies. Read on.
And take heed of thy friend.
And take what?
Heed of thy friend.
Take heed to our friend, because we use that word friend loosely. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to our friend. Cling on to our friend. To Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we are a friend to each other. Yes, sir.
So heed means to listen.
Heed means to listen. Heed means to listen. Take heed to our friend, to listen to our friend. To, you know what I'm saying? To listen, to bring close. We need to bring close to our friend. Can you read 14?
14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
A what?
Faithful friend is a strong defense.
Read on.
And he that hath found in one hath found a treasure.
He that what?
He that hath found in one hath found a treasure.
A faithful friend is a strong defense. Do Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, do we have a defense? We looking towards the rapist as a defense. We looking towards the murderer as defense. But why are we not looking toward each other as a defense? Because we've been brainwashed. We've been, you know what I'm saying? We've been beat down into powder to follow behind the rapist. I guess the rapist is going to defend us, huh? Based on the history of this country, the rapist is going to defend us. The murderer going to defend us. It said, a faithful friend is a strong defense. I guess our rapist is a faithful friend. Instead of looking towards our brother who's in the hood right now,
right,
who's on Main Street in Yonkers right now? Who's on Woodworth right now? Who's on Lambertine? Who's in Cottage? Who's on Lakeland? That's our friends right there. It's not by accident, but blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are oppressed together. We in the same hood. Now we look toward each other like we a different nation. You know what I'm saying? When did a black, a black person stop a Hispanic for getting into this country? Is anybody online to let me know? I need to know when blacks stop Hispanics, stop Mexicans, stop Dominicans for getting into this country. I need to know that. I need to know that. You know what happened. You know what happened to Hispanics. Our oppressor. Our oppressor is degrading the Hispanics. Our oppressor is degrading the blacks. Our oppressor is killing, the Native American Indian, the First Nation people. They push them into the corner. They push them to the corner. And now what? Now what? Now we're looking towards blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians as enemies, and looking towards the rapist, the murderer of our people as a friend. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? You know what I mean? So it says right here, a faithful friend is a strong defense. That's what we need. We need faithful friends. Because we look towards this murderer and this rapist as a friend. No, he's been raping us and murdering us. That's what he's been doing. But we have not been looking towards our own kind. Huh? We're not just looking towards our own kind. Because this is not about skin tone. This is not about skin tone at all. This is about heritage. That we all, we are the chosen people of God. We are the Israelites. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. This ain't about skin tone. It ain't about skin tone at all. Because I'm gonna let you know, blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians, to let you know, and it's gonna hurt your feelings. Bob Marley is not our people.
Right.
I'm gonna say it again. Bob Marley is not our people. Not all, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody who look like us is kin folks. I'm gonna let you know. Now everybody who look like us is not kin folks at all. So Salakia, I don't want, if I may, at our barbecue, the safe place for blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians that was done on Sunday, there was an Edomite trying to get in. You know what I mean? There was an Edomite trying to get into our safe place, try to you know what I'm saying, try to usurp the, try to get in like a snake and impose himself as American Negro, as opposed to himself as a Haitian.
What was he? African?
Oh, no. He was a Frenchman that looked like he was Haitian.
But he was an African.
No, he was a Frenchman.
So how does he look Haitian?
Oh,
you mean a devil?
Huh? Yeah, he was a devil. He, you know what I'm saying? His grandfather was a Frenchman. You know what I'm saying? That married. You know what I'm saying? That married a Haitian woman.
So you look black.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how you look.
Well, just say a chocolate devil usually talking about.
It's like a chocolate devil. He looked like a chocolate devil. Think he can sneak in.
When it comes to things like those, call him Bob Marley, call him the Maori. If it's a female, call him one of the Maori twins.
The Maori
so
he was a Bob Marley. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Right,
he was a Bob Marley. So I'm letting our blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians know this ain't about skin color.
Right. And it's so
about
funny.
Heritage. Right.
If I may, this cat makes sure, like, when he's going to a barbecue to let you know, no, I'm white. Like, because I'm guessing they just asked for a nationality. More than likely, this cat knows to usually somewhat say I'm black because he look black. But he made sure to let people know, no, I'm French.
That's exactly what I was the one who questioned him. I was the one who was questioning him. I said, you know what I'm saying? He said his his ethnicity was from France. So I was like, you mean like France like the Haitians? You know what I mean? He said, no, French like the white man, French. I said he wasn't allowed to come into the safe place.
Well, what exactly did he say?
He said a French white man. That's what he said.
What did you check it was on his father's side?
His father's side, exactly, sir.
So his father was French, or did he say? How did he explain it?
Oh no, he said it was a French white man. That's what he said. That's what he said. His father, his grandfather was
French white man.
Yeah, a French white man.
Okay, and that's what he said out of his mouth.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, you can't get the fuck up in here.
That's Salaki.
Salaki, I remember that. Yeah.
But that's exactly. But he was opposing as one of us.
Right.
You know, that's what he did. So blacks Hispanic, Native American Indians, especially our Hispanic brothers, the same about skin tone. This is not about skin tone. This is about heritage. And this is about the curses and the punishments. And that it's not by accident that blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians are being oppressed together. We are being oppressed together, and we don't know how to be a brother. We don't know how to be a sister. We don't know how to be a father or a mother to one another because we've been following behind this oppressor. We've been following behind our slave master. That's what we've been doing. And everybody, and you know that we the true believers, because we out Pope the Pope, we out Muhammad the Muhammad, you know that. You know what I mean? And we want to accept everybody. But this Bible right here don't accept everyone. This Bible has been written to the Israelites. Have been written to the Israelites. That's what that's what this Bible have been written to. Now, if we follow this Bible, we would know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Go to isupk.org and look for the number that's in your region and call that number. Because you know, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are suffering from oppression. Every day, a blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians is going home and contemplate: should I kill myself? We depressed. Every day we do this. Every day we get up thinking about to kill ourselves, to harm ourselves, because we under this oppression. You know what I'm saying? We look around and we don't know what to do. We look towards the bottle. We look towards the drugs. We look towards the robbing. You know what I'm saying? We look towards doing bad to each other and to ourselves. We looking towards this, and we never had no time to have. You know what I mean? We never had no safe space to heal from this oppression. We never had no safe place. We never had no counseling. We never have our therapists. We never had no therapy when we went through slavery. You know what I'm saying? When our First Nation people met, you know what I'm saying, met these Europeans, and they, you know what I'm saying, and we had the Trail of Tears. It was, you know what I'm saying, there were people, you know what I'm saying, that survived Trail of Tears. They didn't have no therapy. You know what I'm saying? They was oppressed. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They were suffering from post-traumatic, you know what I'm saying, traumatic syndrome. And we have no healing from this. We have no healing from it at all. But you know, but blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians need to come to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the oppressor have been trying to teach you this Bible. But now people who look like you, people who know where you've been, people, you know what I'm saying? People that understand our people come first and nobody else. We need some healing. We need some healing. Let me get Bob Shot. Let me get Psalms chapter 111, verse 10. Let me get Psalms chapter 111, verse 10. Because blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians need to open up this book. We need to look at our people in this book. Because we are the chosen people in this book. It was only one chosen people. This book is our Lord's statutes and commandments. This is our Constitution. This is our Constitution. Now, speaking of Constitution, based on, you know what I'm saying, the American Constitution, there's any morals in the American Constitution? There's anything that tell them that, you know what I'm saying, we're not allowed to make whores out of our daughters? Is that in the American Constitution? There's any morals in there? Because, you know what I'm saying, based on America, a grown man become a woman, and he become more woman than his mother. A grown woman become a man, and she become more man than her father. This is how sick this country is. This is how sick. But let me get Psalms chapter 111, verse 10. If you got that, Barbara Shaw?
John, sorry, what do you mean by more woman?
Huh?
What do you mean by more woman and more man?
Oh no, what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
John, make sure you fix that.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm going to give you some clarity on this. Because I'm going by the psychology of this country, of, you know what I'm saying, of our oppressor. Now, our oppressors say that it's okay for my sister to become me. Not only that she could become me, she become exactly like me. Not only that she could become exactly like me, she could become even better than me. Better than me. My sister, you know what I'm saying? My sibling that was born, you know what I'm saying, that's born a female, she could become like her brother. Not only like her brother, exactly like her brother. That's how confusion. That's how, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor is the devil with the Bible speaker, because the devil means deceitful. You know, deceitful. You know what I'm saying? Deceitful. Now confusion. So that's what I mean. My sister become more man than her father. Think about that.
According to our oppressor.
According to our oppressor,
but we don't.
His daughter, you know what I'm saying? A father's daughter become a man just like her father. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And we want to follow behind these people? We want to follow behind these people, but not behind the Most High God. Can I get that, Barbara Shaw?
This Psalms 111 and 10. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
Let's say that again.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. Go on.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So let's say that, start that from the top, Barbara Shaw.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
So the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. But our oppressor said, you don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in the Most High. You could do anything what you want to do, but the oppressor wants you to fear him.
Right.
Want you to follow him, because we fear our oppressor, because we're doing everything what our oppressor said that is okay to do. That we could chop off our rod. You know what I'm saying? That we could take heed to our 5-year-old son said, Daddy, I want to become a woman. And our oppressor was signed off on that. And we were signed off also on this. So, but it says the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. So now, let me just say this. So I guess that's wisdom, what our oppressor says. Because we, you know what I'm saying? Because we fear our oppressor. So the wisdom, you know what I'm saying, according to our oppressor, that your son could become a woman, and he could tell his father that he wanted to become a woman. That's wisdom in this kingdom. Because we follow behind this filthy, perverted bastard. That's what we're doing. Perverted bastard. Going after the kids. He can't do that to us because we're grown men. We know better. But guess what our oppressor going to do? He's going to kill us and go after our kids because our kids don't know better. Can you read that from the top, Barbara Shaw?
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. What is the wisdom? The Lord's statutes and commandments. Read on.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
A what?
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So a good understanding is they who do all his commandments. What is his commandments? His commandments is separate thyself from thy enemy and take heed to our friend. That's his commandments. That is his commandments, the Lord's statutes and commandments. Let me get, and this is what happens when the Most High God and that we will follow his commandments. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we don't want to follow behind the Lord's statutes and commandments. We want to follow behind our oppressor. That's what we want to do. We want to follow behind this perverted bastard. That's what we want to do. We want to look towards him and like, oh, he knows brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? He knows brotherhood. We're looking towards our oppressor and saying, oh, yes, he knows brotherhood because he could tell my 10-year-old son that he could become a girl. He could tell my 10-year-old daughter that she could become just like me, her father, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? He could tell my 13-year-old son that it's okay that he could have sex now. He could have a boyfriend. That he could have a good. It's all good. It's all good. That what we want to follow behind this nasty perverted bastard. Huh? That's what you want to do, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. That it's okay that your daughter is show off your stomach towards her father. Why is your daughter showing her stomach off to her father and say it's okay? Why is that? Why is it okay for your son walk around with no shirt on in front of his mother and it's okay? Let our oppressor be a filthy, disgusting, and walk around. Let their daughter walk around naked around their father. Let their sons walk around naked around their mother. Let the other nations be a bunch of perverted bastards. While us will be holy. Let me get that scripture. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art in the holy people.
Yes, sir. Oh, say that again.
For thou art in the holy people.
Now, this is Deuteronomy. This is when the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, who are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we in the wilderness. There's nobody else there. This is Moses talking to his people, a Levite, a so-called Haitian, talking to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Read that from the top up, sir.
For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power.
Now we are a holy people. Now holy don't mean gyrating. Oh, I'm getting the Holy Ghost. No, holy is Kodash, which means separate. We are a separate people to the Most High God. Read on.
The Most High thy power have chosen thee.
Have what?
Have chosen thee.
Have chosen blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Read on.
To be a special people.
To be what?
A special people.
Oh, not only are we holy, we are a special people. We are a special, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians supposed to be a special people, a holy people. Now, let me remind you, this is Moses, a Levite, an Israelite, who are part of the 12 tribes of Israel, talking to his people, showing brotherhood, and letting his brothers and sisters know that they are holy and they are special people until the Most High God. Read on, sir.
Unto himself. Above all people.
Wait, say that again.
Above all people.
So blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, I thought this Bible was even. I thought this Bible was written to everybody. But remember, this is Moses in Deuteronomy in the wilderness talking to his brothers and sisters and say that we are holy and we are special until the living God above all people. Read on.
That are upon the face of the earth.
That what?
Upon the face of the earth.
We not only we are above all people, we are above, he emphasized it. We are above all people upon the face of the earth. Read.
Upon the face of the earth.
Upon the face of the earth. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. The law, statutes, and commandments was given to the Israelites. Wasn't given to anybody else. Now, if we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, if we separate thyself and heed to thy brother and show brotherhood and sisterhood and fatherhood and motherhood to one another, we will be above all people upon the face of the earth. Read on, sir.
And it shall come to pass that thou shalt hearken diligently.
And we shall listen hard. Read on.
Hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Now, this is Moses talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is Moses doing a brotherhood class, doing a sisterhood class. This is what him doing, you know what I'm saying? This is what he's doing in the wilderness, and he's speaking to his brothers and sisters. This is what he's doing. And he's letting them know, if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and take heed, you know what I'm saying, to the law, statute, and take heed to the Most High God, because the God, you know what I'm saying, this is our God. This is our God. You know what I'm saying? This is blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. This is the spit God. This is the nigger God. This is the wetback God, and this is the redskins God. In the wilderness, talking to us through Moses, our brother. Read on, sir.
Unto the voice of the Most High thy power to observe and to do all his commandments.
To do what?
To observe and to do all his commandments.
Hold on. The Christian church said that the commandments is done away with, but if we listen to the Most High God, we're supposed to do what?
Observe and to do all his commandments.
We're supposed to observe to do all his commandments. Now, this is what happens if we do all his commandments, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and not follow this oppressor and separate ourselves from thy enemies and cling on to our brothers and sisters, cling on to take heed to our friend. Read on, sir.
Which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high.
Wait. If blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying? If we listen to our brother who's doing a brotherhood class, and he said, if we listen to the Most High God and we follow the law, statute, commandments, if we separate ourselves from thy enemies and take heed to our brothers and sisters, our friend, can you read that, sir?
Okay, God. Salakia. Set thee up on high above all nations.
We'll be set on high above all nations upon the face of the earth. If we separate ourselves from thy enemies and take heed to our brothers and sisters. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Now, if you don't know how to do this, you could go to isupk.org, scroll down, and look for the location that's close to you, so you could get to your heritage, so you can understand that you are the chosen people of the Most High God. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, niggers, spit, wetbacks, and redskins. That's what we can do. So because we're supposed to be set on high. Guess who read Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1? Guess who read that? Our oppressor. The so-called Jewish man read this. The so-called Jewish man. That, you know what I'm saying? That took our heritage. That financed the slave trade. He read this and he took our heritage. He took it. The same way the Jewish man set himself up as the chosen people is the same way that his brother set himself up as Jesus Christ. And they all white. They all white. All of them. Not only did they set themselves up as the chosen people of God, as Jesus, they set themselves up as the Egyptians. That's what he did. He set himself up as the Egyptians. That's what he did. Angels, everybody, according to this Bible, that's what he did. He exalted himself as God. That's what he did. And guess what blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians do? We look towards this European as God. That's why we don't want to separate from, oh, how dare you talking about separate ourselves from God, from Jesus. We suffering from mental slavery. That's what we are. That's what we're suffering from mental slavery. And we don't want to separate ourselves from thy God. Because we don't want to love one another. Because we don't know the definition of love. We don't know the definition of friend. We don't know the definition of neighbor. We don't know these. We don't know these things right here. We don't know at all. But our oppressor, that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the deceiver. You know what I'm saying? He's the devil, what the Bible speaks of. Because that's what he do. He loved to deceive blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's what he do. And he's deceiving when he's coming on to this Bible. Barbara Shaw, if I can, let me get Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. Because we, you know what I'm saying, we in America, and we got these quote unquote, these freedoms. These freedoms to do what the hell that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? These freedoms that we do, you know what I'm saying, to follow behind the philosophy of this oppressor, of this disgusting bastard.
I got it.
If you have that, Bob Shaw, can you
Galatians 5 and 13. For brethren,
read on.
Ye have been called unto liberty.
Ye all have been called on liberty. What's liberty? Freedoms. Freedoms. Liberty is freedom. You've been called on freedom. You know what I'm saying? This oppressor had deceived you with these so-called freedoms. Read on.
Use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh.
So use not. You ever say that again, sir?
Use not liberty for.
So use not your freedoms, because that's what liberty means. Freedom. Use not your freedoms. Sir. This. So it says, use not your liberties. Let me get this. All right. And Shalaki for that. It says Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. So it says, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberties. Now, liberty, you've been called on to freedom. Now, what is this devil? You know what I'm saying? We're in the so-called, you know what I'm saying, freedom, this freedom land. You've been called, you know what I'm saying? You've been called on these liberties. Called on these liberties. Only use not liberties. Only use not freedom for an occasion, for what you want to do. An occasion to the flesh. Because that's what you use these liberties for. You know what I'm saying? You're using these liberties for the flesh. You're using these liberties for your own gain. Instead of looking towards your people and helping out your people. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. That's what you need.
Did you have this broken down, or you just? Did you have someone break this down for you? No, because liberty, in that sense, is talking about the circumcision, meaning you're free from whatever sin you have. So why would you then go back and say you're uncircumcised, so you're not my brother? That's what it means by you have given liberty, but why put yourself under the liberty of flesh? But by love, serve one another, because I don't love you if I'll sit there and say you're uncircumcised, so you're not my brother. That's what this scripture is talking about.
Right, sir.
Come. So basically, like what it is that our people have a knack of, basically the Christian church mainly, looking at each other's, really, because what you have to understand is, during the confusion, you had some people who didn't understand how our nation worked after Christ did away with the law, meaning the punishments of it. So was circumcision necessary? Because you could not be a Jew if you were not on paperwork for your 8th day of life. If you were not on paperwork for your 8th day of life, nothing mattered. You were not a Jew. Like, that was your citizenship. Like, it'd be like not having a birth certificate. If you don't have that birth certificate, you are not a citizen. If you were born 8 miles outside the United States, you are not a citizen. If you tried to go down to the Haitians the 9th day after, if your parents tried to take you on day 9 after you were born, you are not a citizen of our nation. So you had a bunch of our people who thought it was a good idea to be unbrotherly to these brothers because of a mistake that their parents made and treat them as if they're not a brother. Paul is using the scripture to say, you were given liberty. I'm not killing. You were a full-on adulterer, bro. There's 3 men who asked me for your head because you slept with their wife. And you want to hate a brother and I'll let you in the school. I'm not going to call anybody about you being a filthy adulterer, you being a homosexual, you not paying time, whatever evil you've done, right? You got your liberty. But now you're going to go and you're going to let that liberty cease because he's uncircumcised, really? Love one another. And that's what this is talking about.
Con. And so Salaki, so and that's what I was getting. That's what I was getting to.
Right.
A lot of people abuse certain liberties.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They abuse it, so they're gonna look. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look down and see, and, especially in this kingdom, and throughout it for that, sir.
I know.
Especially in this kingdom, because that's what, you know what I'm saying. The brothers and sisters doing it right now. You know what I mean? That's what they think they more you know what I'm saying, more high end. You know what I'm saying? More high end than their brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Than their sisters.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? And they're not looking, you know what I'm saying? They're not using what they know to, you know what I'm saying, to enrich, to you know what I'm saying, to raise up their brothers. They're using, you know what I'm saying, they're using what they know for their own gain. For their own gain, sir. So that's what it says, to the flesh. But by love, serve one another.
Right.
So by love, we serve one another. So what is love? According to the Bible. So you know what I'm saying? That is 1 John 3, you know what I'm saying? 1 John 5 and 3. You know what I'm saying? That ye love the Most High. Can I get that, Bible Shaw?
God.
So this is, you know what I'm saying, this is love according to the Bible. Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians don't know what love is. We don't. I'm going to say it. We do not know what love is. Especially according to this Bible. Especially according to one another. You know who taught us love? The rapist, the murderer, the molester. That's who taught that's where we get our definition of love from. You know what I mean? That's where we get the definition of love from. We never separate ourselves from our enemy. We never had time enough to heal, you know what I'm saying, after slavery, after, you know what I'm saying, after the Trail of Tears, after, you know what I'm saying, after the Hispanics got destroyed and sent to, you know, Spain and so on and so on and so forth. We didn't have no time to heal. Now, the person who did it, you know what I'm saying, the people who did this to us, we're looking towards them as they know the definition of love. They know the definition of, and that's the reason why we're shooting each other. Because we don't really love each other. You know what I'm saying? We robbing each other because we don't really love each other. According to the Bible, that we're selling each other drugs. You know the reason why we're doing this stuff? Because we learn love from our oppressor. We learn love from these other nations. Because we're looking at them, say, oh, this must be love. I got to get mine before, you know what I'm saying, for them to get theirs. That's love right there. But not according to the Bible. Let me get that, Bible short. If you have it.
1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High.
Go on.
That we keep his commandments.
That we what?
That we keep his commandments.
Wait, hold up. This is the New Testament, and the Christian church, the Catholic church, the Muslim, everybody said that the laws is done away with. But this is what love is. Now, everybody in the Christian church they always talk about love. Love the God, love your brothers and sisters, but loving your brother and sister is what, sir? If you love God,
for this is the love of the Most High.
This is the love of God, because everybody said that they love God. We don't.
That we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
Keep his commandments.
That we keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what Moses was telling the 12 tribes of Israel in the wilderness in Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6 and Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. If we listen and we do his commandments, we set on high above all nations upon the face of the earth. This is love right here. This is the definition of love. If we follow his law, statute, commandments, read on.
God, and his commandments are not grievous.
Say that again. Say that again, sir.
His commandments are not grievous.
Wait, hold on. The Christian church got to be right. They told us that the law is done right and it's hard to do his laws. We don't.
His commandments are not grievous.
Wait, sir. This is this 1 John chapter 5 verse 3?
Yeah,
the New Testament. And the Christian church said that we cannot do his laws. His laws is hard to do. The Most High God, His laws is hard to do. And if we love, and then this is the definition of love, right? Is that correct, sir? According to the Bible?
God.
You know, the definition of love is that we do His commandments. If we love God, and that's what we say that we do, we say that we do love Him, that we follow His commandments, and His commandments is not hard to do. So what the hell is the Christian church is saying that the law is done away with and His laws is hard to do? What is that? Now you know. Now they, you know. Now they, you know what I'm saying. So what is exactly that they saying? You know what they saying? Exactly what our oppressors say. That's what we saying. They're like, you know what I'm saying. Our oppressor don't love God. Our oppressor don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Our oppressor just follow himself. He set himself as God. That's what our oppressor did. He set himself as God. That's what he did. He set himself as God and say, love me. Follow my commandments. Follow what I say. Do everything that you want it done in your flesh. If you want to make a whore out of your mother, make a whore out of your mother. If you want to make a whore out of your sister, make a whore out of your sister. If you want to sleep with that, if a man want to sleep with a man, go ahead and sleep with another man. If a sister want to sleep with another sister, go ahead, sleep with that sister. You could be your own God. You could follow your own truth. You can follow your own commandments. That's not what the Bible says. That's what our oppressors say. So we're going to look towards our oppressor as the authority on brotherhood, on sisterhood. He said he don't have no moral compass. There's no law in the Constitution saying, you know what I'm saying, that no woman in this country cannot become a whore. There's no law in the Constitution. But what is that scripture in Deuteronomy? Slaki, sir.
Deuteronomy?
Yeah, Deuteronomy.
You want to say 23 or 15 or something like that?
Come.
Oh, sure.
Yes, Deuteronomy 23 and 17. Let me give Deuteronomy chapter 23 and 17, because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, who are the chosen people of God, in our Constitution, our woman is not allowed to be whores.
Right.
And we're going to read this in Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. And this is who Moses talked to his brothers and sisters, and he gave them the breakdown on this. Read.
Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
Go on.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Read that from the top up shop.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There shall not be no whores, you know what I'm saying, of the daughter of Israel. Who's Israel? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know, Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians is Israel. Is Israel. Okay, that's right.
So we're clear that's technically lesbian, but you can still use it for whore.
Come. Because in this nation, you know what I'm saying? In this nation, they had whore shaming. They had a whore, you know what I'm saying? They had women who are whores walking down the block and saying, you cannot call me a whore. How dare you call me a whore? That's what you know what I'm saying? That's the philosophy in this country. So your daughter, your young daughter, can start becoming a whore at the age of 6. It's all good. There's no shame. There's no shame at all. No shame of this in this country. And so I say this. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Let our oppressor, the so-called white man daughter, become a whore. Let, you know what I'm saying, the Hamites, the so-called African's daughter, become a whore. Let the Chinese, you know what I'm saying, let the Japanese, let the Arabs, let the, you know what I'm saying, let the East Indians, let their daughters become whores and follow behind the you know what I'm saying, so-called white men. Let them become whores. While we become, you know what I'm saying, while Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we become the chosen people of God. We are the chosen people of God. We follow this. Read that from the top, sir.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There shall be no whores of the daughter of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Read on.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Nor the what?
Sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Nor sodomites of the sons of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians who are Israel. Let our oppressor sons become sodomites. Let the so-called white man's sons become sodomites. Let, you know what I'm saying? Let the heathen sons, the Africans, the East Indians, you know what I'm saying? The Chinese, the Japanese, let their sons become sodomites. While we over here sitting holy and we separate ourselves from thy enemies and take heed to a black, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. We take heed to them and we look towards them. They're a bunch of sodomites. They're a bunch of whores. Let their daughters become whores, while our daughters become princes. While our daughters become princess. Let them do the filthiness of their flesh, while we do the righteousness of the Most High God and follow the Lord's statutes and commandments and love our God. Let us love our God and not become whores, and not become sodomites, and look at them and let them become whores and sodomites. Who said that we can't do that? Huh? The Most High God said that we could do this. It's never supposed to be any whores of the daughter of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians at all. But it could be whores between the so-called Europeans, the so-called Africans, the so-called East Indians, the so-called Chinese, and so-called Japanese. Let them become whores. Let them become whores. Let them do what they want to do while we follow the law, statutes, commandments, and be brother. You know what I'm saying? Be a sister, and not whoring out our sisters, and not, you know what I'm saying, and not make sodomites out of our brothers, and not being whoremongers. Let them be whoremongers. Let their daughters walk around half naked. Let the so-called European daughters walk around naked like whores. Let them do that. Let them do that. Now let me just read this slide here, sir. Let me get this. This is one of my favorite. Let me get Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Let me get that. Would be my last verse. Slide here, sir. Matter of fact, let me get Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2.
Jeremiah 10 and 2?
Yes, sir. Get Jeremiah 10 and 2, that'll be my last for blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians.
I got it.
We don't have to follow behind this oppressor. Let me read, can you read that, Bible Shaw?
Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen,
Go on.
and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Read that from the top.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen.
Did you say that again?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who are the chosen people, need to do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
We don't have to learn the way of this heathen. The heathen, you know what I'm saying? Let their daughters walk around as whores. Let them daughters walk around half naked and showing their body, you know what I'm saying, to the whole world. Let them do that. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And be what?
Not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
So we don't have to be dismayed at the signs of heaven. You see our oppressor looking at heaven and see, oh, wow, what can we do up there? You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at those stars. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could do the zodiac sign and all this type of filthiness. We don't have to learn the ways of these heathens. We could be holy and we could follow the Most High God, because we are the chosen people of the, you know what I'm saying, of God. And that's my time. I'm priest and officer Parakizar. This is Isupk. Start off at 1 West 125th Street under Camino Junior in Yana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are the chosen people of, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God. We've been teaching our daughters that They're not whores. They are, you know what I'm saying? They are the daughters of the Most High God. Let the other nations be whores. Let the other nations be a bunch of sodomites. You know what I'm saying? And so we do prison programs, food drive. You know what I'm saying? We got GED programs. So go into isupk.org, look for the numbers that are most closer to you, and get into class. So we can clean all that filthiness of all that oppression, of all that depression, and you could come to Isupk, and that will be our safe place. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Abaya.